Hello, you lovely people. Um, Today is quite an spontaneous live stream. I thought, given the fact that Sebastian Vettel is retiring at the end of the season, I thought we would talk about his Formula One career so far. Well, I think it. I think um, he did excellently. I think when he started at BMW for the injured Robert Kubica at Indianapolis in 2007, he just came into the BMW pits like a schoolboy with a rucksack, and he looked like somebody who just came back to school, didn't he? I mean, but how how um how good how good how good was he? I mean, um, I think he did absolutely amazingly well, scoring points in his first season, in his first race rather. Um, and what did you guys think about it? Let me know. Let me know if you got any comments about it. I mean, I just thought he did amazingly well, and I think he stunned everybody, didn't he? He stunned everybody by the way he managed to adapt to the car and everything, and I think he did brilliantly well at that race, didn't he? And then he went to Toro Rosso, which is now known as AlphaTauri, didn't he? And he did absolutely brilliant there with I think it's still the only race victory to date, in it. Yeah, I think it was absolutely awesome. And I think, and then he made his debut with Red Bull and had quite dominating careers, didn't he? He had quite dominating years from when he joined there, didn't he? I mean, 4 world championships on the bounce. That was absolutely amazing, wasn't it? I mean, I I I certainly didn't expect that. I certainly didn't expect that from him, but he did rather well, didn't he? I mean, let me know in the chat what you guys think about it. But I think it was absolutely awesome. I mean, he was absolutely ruthless, wasn't he? At some points, especially when he was fighting with Mark Webber, didn't he? Can anybody remember that multi 2021 scenario? And Vettel didn't want to except that I and he came to he fought his way to winning the Grand Prix. I think that was absolutely amazing. Yeah, and then I mean the way that he was dominating during the Red Bull. Yes, I think that was absolutely amazing. Um, what is your what do you think about it? Let me know in the chat. Um, but um I think he absolutely dominated. Um, he was absolutely dominating at the time. So I think I think he he really did does enjoy Formula One, and he was like like a little he was like I wouldn't say like a little kid, but he was really humble when he. I mean, he still is very humble when he you know, and I can always remember when BBC shown showed him how many how many F 4 times F1 world champions there were. So, and he said something like, "You shouldn't do that," and he broke down. He started crying. I think that was quite telling. Um, so what did you guys think? Let me know in the chat. But I think he was very he's very funny with in interviews as well. I mean, I can remember when when he was doing an interview with Lee McKenzie, um, it, and it was the Canadian Grand Prix where where he was where he braked for the two seagulls that were on the track. Um, I think um that was that was quite that was really hilarious. That that interview afterwards he did with Lee McKenzie when he took the when he took the Mickey out of Lee a bit and told her that everyone in Formula One is a Ferrari fan. I think that was quite I will never forget that interview. Um, but and I think he always has had the respect from for other drivers. I think he's very humble, and I think he is very down to earth, and I think he is one of the most uh, knowledgeable people about Formula One history that I know, because he 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 managed to name every single world champion in Formula One history from 19 1950 when it started, and I think that was quite incredible. But and then I mean, I mean, well, I mean, when I went coming back to Red Bull, I think he really felt at home with that team, and and then he we obviously know that he in 2015 he ended up driving for for, for Ferrari. Um, I personally think that was a mistake. Me personally, because I think the German media and Vettel himself put a lot of pressure onto on onto him, because they all thought that he was going to emulate what Michael Schumacher did with Ferrari, which obviously was to become world champion. But I think I think that I think that was um, a hard task to fulfill, and but I think he fared quite well in in his time at Ferrari. I mean, I'm not too sure how many views, how many wins he had, how many wins he achieved, but I think all in all, he ended up being the third most successful uh, Ferrari driver in the history, only uh, only in front of was it Jody Scheckter and Mike Schumacher? I'm not too sure. I definitely know. I definitely know that Michael Schumacher is in second and Vettel is in third. But I I think ultimately um you know I think even though he had a lot of success with Ferrari, I think ultimately um his time at Ferrari was definitely not as successful as what he had hoped. So but you know, then he went to Aston Martin. Well, um, a lot of people thought that he should have retired at after when he left Ferrari. I actually think that he well he did. It was too early for him to retire, and I think it was the right decision for him to stay in Formula One for another like for for another 2 years. Um, but I mean, what are your memories of Sebastian Vettel? Let me know in the chat if you can. Um, yeah. So do you think? Um, I mean, I personally think I was I was quite surprised as as at how um when he announced that he was gonna retire. I would have liked it if he would have stayed a little while longer, but I I can understand why he did end up um making the decision. And I mean, I've seen many articles whereby he people saying that he could end up in other racing series. I can't see it happening, to be honest. I really can't see it happening, because he just has too much other stuff to get excited about, and especially with the environment and stuff like that. So I I'm gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna miss Seb. But ultimately, I had the pleasure of um, um I had the pleasure of chatting to him on my channel. And yeah, I just got your message in the chat, Michael. Yeah, I mean, I echo your sentiment. I will cry as well when he find it when he went after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, because nobody can nobody can replace Sebastian Vettel. I think he's one of a kind, and he's one of the most laid back people that I've ever, in quotation marks, met. I think he's done a lot for the sport, and he he's just awesome as a human being. Because I can't believe that he actually took time of out of his busy day to have um this 7-minute interview with me. I mean, that made my day. Um, and I think I mean, where do you think um Sebastian is gonna end up in the end? Because I think um he is gonna walk away from Formula One entirely. Although I have seen an article saying that he might become a pundit, but I can remember an interview with Martin Brundle he did at Maranello, where Martin Brundle asked him exactly that question, and he said, um, something along the lines of, "Well, I can't see myself being a commentator, so I don't know whether he's changed his mind or what, but I can't really see him being a commentator. I just think he's going to do something with regards to um, you know nature con- con- conservation or something, because I think that's where his heart is now. And he might actually go into driver management. I mean, I could see him going into driver management, because I think he he would be good at that. Passing on his knowledge and experience. I also think he might enter some classic races because I know that he took his the Nigel Mansell's I can't remember which Williams it was, but it was definitely Nigel Mansell's Williams around. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been Silverstone, wouldn't it? I think he. I think that was brilliant. By the way, I think. I mean, although I've made a video saying that I'm not entirely agreeing with um with classic Formula One car track days, but because my reasoning was that if the drivers crashed them and they had something had to be fixed, then it wouldn't be in original shape. It wouldn't be in an original kind of way. In a original condition. But having said that, his outing in Nigel Mansell's in Nigel Mansell's Williams, I think that was epic, and I think he's proven in that when he did that Formula One can run on sustainable fuel, because I think I seem to remember Sky Sports F1 saying that they did actually do some modifications to the Williams in order for it to run on sustainable fuel. I can't remember exactly what type of fuel it was, but I think it's a very positive thing for Formula One, because by doing that run, I think Seb has proven that he that Formula One cars can run on sustainable fuels. Yeah, I mean, it might have been called ethanol, but as I said, I think I agree with you, Kevin. It really did. It really did make a step forward, I think, and potentially I do believe that may be the way forward for Formula One. Thank you for your recent PayPal donation, Kevin. Really, really much appreciated. Yeah. As I said, yeah, I mean, you're right, Kev. You can. It shows what can be done, and I actually think that if Sebastian is going to be stay connected with Formula One. I do believe he will help the FIA in some shape or form to actually, um, to actually make it the norm. Maybe will the Formula One of the future will end up being running on ethanol all all the time. Because I don't think they can they can run on electric, because I do believe that Formula E have got a 50-year um 50-year exclusivity contract. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I do think that the yeah, 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 exactly what I'm thinking, Kevin. Exactly what I'm thinking. Um, yeah. I mean, um, do you think he will end up in in another series, or do you think he's going to take a role in some in some capacity um at the FIA, or maybe even Formula One? I mean, I can't see him racing in another series, but I can see him being being involved in the yeah, yeah. I think I think you're right there, Kev. I think um, I think he's done what he's achieved in in racing. Um, I do hope that he will stay connected to Formula One in some way, shape, or form. I think he he's a great advocate to the sport, and I think he's got his heart in the right place. Um, as you know, and I've mentioned it on a number of occasions. I mean, that interview that I did with him was absolutely amazing. It made my day. And I've got really high regards for Seb, and you know, I really have a lot of time for him, because he's like easy with the media. He's easy to talk to, and yeah, and I think he will stay, connected to Formula One. In what capacity, I do not know. I really do not know. I really hope that we're gonna see him remain in the sport. And maybe, what do you think about him being a driver steward? Yeah. What do you think about him being a driver steward? I mean, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? Or even him becoming. Yeah. I mean, he is just. I mean, he's got to stay in Formula One in some way, shape, or form. Because I'm not just saying that because I got the chance to speak with him, but as I said, he's just so laid back, and when we did to give you an insight, the the German part of the interview wasn't planned. It, you know, I I I had some I had briefing with my friends at Aston Martin, and then they said, "Oh, can you get these topics in?" So I asked them the questions, but the German part of it was absolutely not planned, and I think he he enjoyed it, and it's still getting that that video has been on my channel now for just under two months, and it is now the most successful video on my channel. So you know, so yeah. Oh, was it? Um, yeah, Kevin. I must thank Aston Martin and especially Bishop for making it happen. I mean, they they got me to Silverstone and paid for me to go to Silverstone, and I was at the Aston Martin event, and the help that I'm receiving from the team is absolutely epic. And that the funny thing about the Vettel interview was that I said to Matt Bishop, who is the chief communications officer from Aston Martin, I said to him on Twitter, I said, Seb can't retire unless before he spoke to me. And I was I came back off holiday on the Tuesday, because I went down to see my folks, my parents down in Essex. And I came back on a Tuesday, and when I turned on my computer, I had I wouldn't go that far. But yeah, I wouldn't go that far. Anyway, so when I got when I got back from when I turned my computer on a Wednesday on a Wednesday morning, I got an email and a tweet from Matt and Will. They both work at Aston Martin media department, and they said, "Be ready at 7 o'clock." And I said, "All right, but what's happening?" And they said, "Just be ready." So I said, all right then. Um, so and then they finally told me that I was going to speak to Sebastian Vettel, um, which was absolutely awesome, and so I prepared myself a little bit, and as I said, yeah, yeah. I mean, the Aston Martin team I've got really, uh, I've got really large space in my heart for them, because I let, because they took support me to another level. You know what I mean? It's like, um and anyway, so I got I did the interview, and then I said to Seb, I said, "Do you want to speak? Do you want to say something in German?" And neither um nobody in until that point, nobody in the team, um I I don't think nobody in the team told him that I'm from Germany originally, so he was very surprised, I can tell you. But I think that was a pleasant surprise for him, and but he is just, I mean, he's just legend. He's just a legend. Yeah, he had a massive surprise. It was really. I mean, I still watch the interview. I still watch the interview now. Um, and sent him a I actually sent him one of my, you know, a t a t-shirt, as a delayed birthday present, because when I went to Silverstone with Aston Martin, went to visit him at the factory, I saw, I didn't realize it was his birthday that weekend. Um, so I just realized that it was his birthday because Ted Kravitz, I think it was, said that it was his birthday. So I sent him a, a T-shirt with my logo on at the as a delayed birthday present, and what turned out to be a retirement present as well. I mean, if you look on my Instagram, you can actually see him holding the T-shirt as well. So links are all in the video description, by the way. Um, so now I want to hear from you guys. What is your what is your what are your thoughts about Sebastian Vettel's Formula One career? Let's just wait until we get a couple of if we get anybody saying anything in the chat. Um, yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be. Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with you. Very likable. I think, yeah. I mean, he did absolutely brilliantly. And I think, I mean, I mean, he basically went to through a similar phase with Red Bull, like uh, like what Max is going through now, isn't it? I mean, he was absolutely dominating when he was at Red Bull, and Max is dominating now. Mm. Only thing is, I think Max is going to um, retire after his when when his Formula One contract expires at the end of 2028. Um, I think he's going to retire from Formula One. Um, but what did you think um, about Vettel going to Aston Martin? Thank you, Kevin, and always a pleasure, mate. And as I said, your PayPal donation was really much appreciated, mate. Yeah, but you have a yeah. I mean, it's it doesn't want to. I think Aston Martin will come good eventually, but yeah, he Max. I think he should have. He sh- yeah. I think you you're absolutely right, Max. I think he um he should have obeyed uh, team orders. Um, I think it was then it was after that race that things went a bit very pear shaped for Vettel at Red Bull. Um, but I think were you surprised when he announced his retirement? I was really surprised. As I said, I was expecting him to carry on at least for another 2 years. As- yeah, I agree with you, just Luke, but uh, I mean, but put yourself in in his position at the time. I think looking back on it, hindsight, I'm pretty I'm pretty sure that he would have he would tell you exactly that Mighty Map 2021 was selfish of him. But on the other hand, put yourself in his position. I mean, I think. Don't you agree with the fact that I think you have to be a bit arrogant to get become a multiple world champion? I mean, look at Michael Schumacher. He was ruthless at times. He was he was doing things that were sort of on the edge. But I think it shows the yeah. But I agree with you totally. Um, I agree with everything you're saying. Um, put yourself. I've got a question for you. I believe Max Verstappen has pretty much won the championship already. But what do you believe the chances are of him letting Perez win a race if he had if he has got the chance to win? And bear in mind, I'm asking you with uh, yeah, exactly, 5%, very, very small. Um, and that that can be said. Yeah, Max Taylor, 0%. Exactly. But I think even though a lot a lot of people, um, even though they would have they had have won the championship, I don't believe any racer would happily gift a race win to their teammate. It just I believe it's not in their nature. I mean, we've seen it with Mike Schumacher. We've seen it with Vettel, and we even have seen it with Verstappen, I believe. But I think uh, world class drivers have to be that uh, that sure of themselves. I think um, it just they have to. They want to show what they can do, and they want to show the team what they can do. But don't forget, each of the people that um I I I thought I mentioned, like Michael Schumacher mellowed when he went to Mercedes. Um, um, Vettel absolutely relaxed when he went to Aston Martin, and I think, in a way, I think Max has kind of mellowed since he won the championship. I mean, I don't think Max has mellowed to the point that he would let Ves- he would let Perez win, but I think he has definitely calmed down since he won the his first title. Um, and I think he's going to be um he's going to be become one of the greats. So what do you think? Um, well, what do you think Vettel, Vettel's legacy is going to be in Formula One? I just think um, he is going to be remembered for his work ethic and his um, his time at Red Bull, and also his his his, his what how he how he tried to influence, how he tried to make a positive change to Formula One. Um, but you know, what do you what are your lasting thoughts about Sebastian Vettel? I think I think oh yeah, I agree with you, just Luke. I mean, I agree with you. I think he's definitely one of the best drivers, and he will definitely be remembered for the environmental influence. And as I said before, I hope, I really hope that the FIA will offer him some kind of position, because he would be he is a great ambassador for the sport, and especially with his take on the environment now and what he wants to do. Um, I mean, I mean, I love his helmet designs. Uh, yeah, I agree with you. I think it would be a shame if they would let him go. Um, because I think he is such a great ambassador for the sport, but also as a human being. Um, as a human being, and I think, I think I'm gonna be shedding a tear when it comes to the end of the season, because he, I mean, Sebastian Vettel there can never be somebody as passionate about Formula One and as Sebastian Vettel is. I think uh, I think it's just epic, and I think he really cares about the sport, and the knowledge he's got about the sport, um, and the sport's history. I think it's just phenomenal. Um, because what did you think about the when he drove the double the the Williams around the track? I think that was absolutely amazing. I also think the his smile when he drove the when he drove the was it the Aston Martin Green P or something? I can't remember the exact name of the 100-year-old Aston Martin. I can't remember that what it was called, but I think that was absolutely epic. And you could see a sparkle in his eyes. I mean, I thought that was absolutely epic. Um, you know, Jens Munzer, his helmet design, his helmet designer must came up with such great designs. Um, so did did you find it difficult at times to keep to spot Sebastian Vettel on track, given the amount of helmets he had, helmet changes he had, especially in his Red Bull career? I mean, I I think he did go he did go a bit over the top during his um Red Bull career with helmets, but I mean, um, some of his helmets have been absolutely epic, and I wished I could get a. I wish I could. I wished I could get my hand on a replica or something, because some of them are absolutely epic. Um, yeah. So yeah, I mean, now that they've got the numbers, it's easy for them to be spotted on track, wouldn't it? Um, did you know that that Vettel actually took uh, Nigel Mansell's number? I really hope that after Vettel retires, I really hope Formula One doesn't allow any other driver. Um, yeah, I think it was Nigel Mansell's number. I think he mentioned it in an interview. I think he mentioned it in an interview um some time ago. But I really hope that Formula One retires his number, because I think that's iconic with Vettel now, and I actually find it quite. I actually find it quite fitting that he actually um got, because I believe he owns Nigel Mansell's Williams now. I really do think he owns it now. Um, you know, but I mean, I will always remember Sebastian. I mean, I think he is an epic driver. Um, and yeah, so we're coming up. We've just passed 1 hour of talking. Sorry that it was a bit unplanned chat, but I really appreciate so many of you watching. I mean, we've had 9 likes on the video. You know, it was pretty unplanned live stream, but I thought it was a worthwhile topic. Do you agree? Did you enjoy it? Let me know in the chat, and don't worry, I will be doing more live streams because I really do enjoy it. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you do want to support me in a more personal way, you can find all the ways to support me in the link in the video description. And yeah, cheers for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Oh, and before I forget, I have uploaded a video earlier today about the news that came out a couple of days ago about Gasly or Alpine is apparently interested in Pierre Gasly's services. Oh, just Luke. I didn't know that you speak German. Ja, dir auch. Schönen Abend und man sieht sich. Anyway, guys, I'm off now. Cheers for watching. See you again very soon. Bye for now. Bye.